How you doing, YouTube? Matt, Massive Beer Reviews, back with yet another mystery beer. This one comes courtesy of Steven. He has ensconced us with the most beautiful of Bounty paper towels with the most exquisite of Scotch blue painter's tape. Yeah, we're all high-end on this one. But yeah, I dig it. Mystery beers. People wrap them up, they send them to me, I drink them, I talk about them. You guess what they're all about. And either we're right or wrong, or somewhere in between. So let's crack into this puppy, see what she's got. Definitely working the part of a hazy right off the bat. It was rich. I mean, I would say that was a poopy pour on my end, but it really just kind of exploded out of the can. I don't know if you could see it on camera, but right when I cracked it, it was just kind of burst out of the can to begin with. So it really wanted to be drunk or whatever. So you have a bit over an index finger of super creamy, fluffy head to it. You know, not super uniform bubbles, nothing too crazy about it. And it's got that rich kind of orange haziness we all know and love in our New England style IPAs. Let's get a nose. Ooh, okay. There's something funky about this. It's not a sour beer, but there's an acidic citrus tartness to it. Yeah, that's interesting. I'm not getting this big burst of hops. Sure, you're getting a little bit of citrus, like I said, and there's a soft melon fruits kind of floating around there. There's not a big sweet component to it, but there's a little bit of soft tartness to it. It reminds me of, I did a mystery beer not too long ago. I forget the name of the brewery, but it was a, I'm going to pronounce this wrong probably, Kvik yeast. It's a Nordic yeast. I knew nothing about it until after the mystery beer, and I had a couple of kind of people kind of explain to me what the yeast is all about. And it is a little bit more of a kind of, I don't want to say sour, but almost like has a tart vibe to it. So it could be that. It could be a saison. You know, something with a soft, extra hopped saison. But yeah, that yeast is just coming off a little bit of that tart citrus, but outside of the sour realm. So kind of really interesting kind of nose on this one. So let's dive in. Cheers. Is that a Belgian ale? I think it's Belgian ale. I really wasn't getting any kind of those Belgian vibes off the nose. It had that slight kind of citric tartness to it. But now I'm just getting this nice, it lacks that bubblegum component. But it has this kind of bright, like Belgian saison, Belgian, I don't want to say triple, more like single table beer kind of fruitiness to it. So it has Belgian vibes going for it. There's definitely a slightly peppery, spicy components. I kind of want to lean this to somebody's saison. Yeah. American wheat, maybe even. Yeah, this one's got me all going 6s and 7s all over the place. It has a soft Belgian vibe to it. Lacks that bubblegum phenolic. It has a soft pepperiness to it, so I want to go saison on it. The hops aren't overly aggressive, but you do get a little bit of soft bittering hops in there, and that haze kind of makes me want to think wheat beer. But see, that's why I'm kind of leaning American wheat on it, because American wheats can be this kind of look to them, but lack that kind of pop and that bubblegum banana phenolic you usually get on regular kind of German wheats and whatnot. So yeah, I think I might be stumped on this one. This is somebody's wheat beer. This is an American wheat beer. Is this like, are you fucking with me, Steven? Is this like, this might be macro wheat beer. This is Blue Moon. I don't think this is Blue Moon, but I think it's somebody's version of a wheat beer, and I think it might be macro leaning. Chalk toppy, maybe. Maybe I was that far removed that kind of set my brain into thinking this is going to be a New England Hazy IPA, and it didn't get there, so now I'm kind of backtracking. I'm like talking myself off the ledge, walking back on it. I'm going to say this is somebody's. I might butcher this one, which I'm totally okay with. This is somebody's American wheat beer, and I wouldn't be surprised if it is Shock Top or it is Blue Moon, or something of that ilk, to be perfectly honest with you. Let's see what she is. ABV-wise, high fives. Let's see if I can get this. I should just be quiet. Just let the reveal come to you. Yeah. This is one of the rare occasions where I do back-to-back mystery beers. I kind of screws my palate up a little bit, but I'm not using that as an excuse. But it's just coming off as a soft American style kind of wheat beer from somebody. Now, if it is somebody, that's, a good brewer, I can see this being somebody's wheat beer that's non-macro laden, but how lightly impactful it is makes me want to lean in that direction. It's not a negative beer by any means. Drinks well, drinks pretty easily. It's fine enough, but the reason why I leaned into that American wheat is because it lacked any kind of pizzazz that you would normally get from a wheat beer. Watch it be like fucking Orval in a can or some shit. Okay, it's definitely... Nod Hill, sorry. It's their Bière de Garde. Yeah, I actually like Nod Hill. I've had a couple of their beers. But it's their Le Boucheron. It is their French-style ale brewed with a Trappist origin yeast. So, I kind of halfway kind of got that one, I think. I'm okay with what I said, because what did I end up with? I ended up with an American-style wheat beer with just subtle Belgian kind of vibes to it. They said this is a French-style ale brewed with Trappist origin yeast. So you're talking about a French Saison. Bière de Garde is basically, is typically, a bit of a more darker, bit of a more robust Saison. I'm not really getting that here, but that aside, the French style of Saison is typically less impactful, lacks that bubblegum phenolic, that banana thing you can get with a lot of Belgian Saison. It says here, with a Trappist origin yeast. So, not that I want to talk myself into being right all the time. I love to do that, though. Even though I kind of went more into the kind of macro realm for this one, I don't really have a problem with what I said. Like I said, not an offensive beer, not a bad beer, definitely a chuggable, drinkable beer. It just kind of lacks any kind of notable characteristics that would kind of make you think it's something specific, origin-wise. And, this one kind of explains itself in that way. That's a French style with a Trappist origin yeast. So, yeah, I've had Nod Hill stuff. I've reviewed some of the stuff. I dig some of their beers, so I'm totally okay with what I said. Let's talk about it. Ooh, ABV, 5.5. ABV, so I was right on that. Overall, is it one of the better, I don't even know what to say, French Trappist yeast-based beers? Is it one of the better wheat beers? Because that's kind of what it is for me. It's one of the better wheat beers I've had. Is like, yeah. If I put it in the American wheat beer category, it'd probably be up there, because those are really uninspiring beers. I think the last one I had that really kind of did something for me was Backwards Flag. Did one of their combat series that was quite nice. But it's a fine beer. It's a chuggable beer. This is the stuff that I would want to drink at tailgates when I'm not drinking Miller High Life. Yeah, and it not too shabby. Value and availability, no idea. Nod Hill. I don't think their stuff hits distro. It might, but, they're a relatively new brewery, so I'm assuming it's brewery only, and leave you with, if you like what we like this, if you like American wheat beers and you want something chuggable. You do get a little bit of that soft Belgian phenolic in it, so, but nothing too crazy. Outside of what you'd normally expect from these kind of beers and that kind of more robust kind of bubblegum territory or banana or whatever, but it does give you something beyond just a base American wheat beer, but doesn't get too crazy. So yeah, it's a chugger. Let's put it that way. So if you love chuggers, this will do you proper. So there you go. Another review in the books. Mystery, mind you. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers. If you want to check me out doing the social media stuff, Beer Massive. If you want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Thank you again for the mystery beer, Steve. Hopefully see you next time. Cheers.